What is up, everybody? This is NightGuard18 from XBSX Productions, and today we'll be covering Battlefield 4 gameplay tips and tricks, and we'll be looking at helicopters and stealth jets, which are the two hardest aircrafts to fly on this game. Well, let's cover a few things first before we get into our video. Please comment, like, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our videos. We would greatly appreciate it. Also, right now, I bet Josh and Jameson right now are raging because I was the first one to post on our YouTube channel. Let's cover a few things here quickly. Make sure you subscribe and view Josh's live stream on twitch.tv. You can get the app in Apple Store, and his Twitch account is jhenry76, which is JHENRIE76. Please view and subscribe to his channel on Twitch, and we would greatly appreciate it. And so yeah, here we go. I am one of three to be posting on this account. So yeah, so like and comment on my videos more because I'm more special than Josh and Jameson. Well, let's get right into it. Your button layout should be heli buttons should be at veteran, which is what we prefer to play with, and heli sticks default, jet buttons default, and jet sticks default. Even though the three of the four that I was covering right there are default, it still helps to mention it. Well, let's get into it. First, what you want to do for tip number 1 is you want to get into the helicopter. Oh, look at that. So special, right? I love this gun. Alright, let's get into it. Now, to go into third person, you will have to touch or press down on R3 to get into third person mode, which is the best to fly in when you're a beginner. Inside the cockpit, which is first person point of view, is a bit more tricky to fly, but we're going to be covering third person today. Okay, now you want to press R1 with the veteran stick layout, and it will be R1 to put your throttle up. Now, tip number 1 is, tip number 2 is to fly high, relatively high, and only go low to the ground if you're capturing the flag or capturing that objective that you have, because you don't want enemy infantry on the ground to lock onto you with their launchers. And so yeah, we're gonna fly relatively high. Tip 3 is you want to do small corrections. You don't want to do too big corrections like that. You can end up flying and more than likely crash like I just did, because it's not gonna be able to correct yourself, and you're gonna end up messing up, and you're gonna die, and your kill to death ratio is gonna be all messed up. So yeah. Now, in the aircrafts, in the helicopters, I see the way that they go is that this helicopter is relatively the easiest to fly. As you can see, I can make big corrections and yet again still stay in the air. The smaller the aircraft, the easier it is to control. Now, also what we'll be covering is stealth jets. Stealth jets are relatively easy to pick up fast. Now, I've been playing this game for about 3 weeks, and flying helicopters is still pretty tricky. Even though it's not something that you're gonna pick up right away, it is very, very difficult. I'm just gonna put that out there. So yeah, of course, fly high, make small corrections, and so yeah, that was the heli layout, the buttons and the heli stick layout. and your actual fire button is L2, as you can see there. That's L2 right there. And tip number 4 is when you're landing. When you're landing, you kind of want to make you want to, of course you want to make those small corrections, right? And I'm gonna land on top. I'm gonna attempt to land on the top of this building. And you want to fly forward, and you want to pretty much fly forward and go up, then down, as with that fluid motion right there. Of course, I made big corrections when you're supposed to make small corrections, and that what happens is you blow up. And now we're gonna redeploy and re-show you that. I apologize for the inconvenience. Third person point of view. Okay, and I'm gonna quickly land on here. And when you want to go up higher, then you want to gradually work your way down. Fly backwards, forwards, then lightly touch down like that. That is how you successfully land on a building. Yeah, I know, right? Round of applause. Thank you very much. I am the world's biggest douchebag right now. I bet, Josh, if you're watching at this right now, haha, I was still the first one to post on this YouTube account, so suck it. Josh is grounded right now because he failed to get his work from school, and Jameson's not online, so he can't really do anything about it. So that's bad on his part. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you pretty much get what to do now, and just kind of practice. Go on a test range, which I am right now. I love going on test range. You can test out weapons, aircrafts, pretty much anything you want. And so yeah, we're gonna actually go on to stealth jets right now. I love just flying down. See, right now, honestly, Battlefield 4 is probably the best game that has ever come out. Due to combat, like if it was like combat games, like versus Call of Duty. Don't get me wrong, Call of Duty Ghosts is still a great game. I still love playing it. But Battlefield, you can do so much more on Battlefield than you can on Call of Duty. On the campaigns, you can rarely even drive a tank on it, much less fly an actual stealth jet or a helicopter. That's why I think you can do so much more with Battlefield. Okay, now I'm redeploy and go into our stealth jet. All right, here we go. Third person point of view. I think that first person point of view on the stealth jets are a lot easier to maneuver with and to lock on a target, as you can see right there. All right, the tip number 1 on turning. One tip you can do on turning is do backflips, which is not the best maneuver to do because you could eventually do backflips till you eventually hit the ground, and that's not very effective in a dogfight. So what you want to do is turn. You're going to turn 90 degrees, and we're going to pull back. And we're going to hit our afterburners, cut your afterburners off, and hit them again. That's pretty much what you got to do to turn. That's, as you can see in first person point of view, if you look on the top left of the screen, you'll see a little box, and that is your speed. You want to aim for 315 miles per hour. That is pretty much what you want to do. As you can see, when you're turning 90 degrees and your afterburners on, your ass end and it kicks out. That's how you know you're going pretty fast. Now, I'm gonna put that out there. When you're doing your backflips, instead of hitting the ground, just turn. All you gotta do is flip yourself around. That's it. All you gotta do is flip yourself around. Now, if you're gonna go in for attack, you want to do it at about a 45-degree angle. At a 45-degree angle, and pretty much shoot. Okay, now since we covered that, we're gonna go back into our helicopter, and I'm gonna demonstrate something for you. As you can see, when you go up into the air, as you can see when you go up to the air and you drop out of a helicopter, you don't have much protection. You're out in the open parachuting. So what you want to do when you're parachuting is you kind of want to move around. That means you want to use your joysticks. It doesn't have anything really to do with a stealth jet or a helicopter, but eventually you're gonna crash. You're gonna make big adjustments. Starting off with a helicopter, you're gonna make big adjustments, and you are gonna end up crashing. So for a tip for that is you have to know when to bail. You have to know when to bail out of that aircraft. And knowing when to bail out of your aircraft is something like this. You're too far sideways, bail. You're too far sideways, you gotta bail. You just have to know when to bail. And the game pretty much lags out. If you're close to the ground and you're bailing out of a helicopter or a stealth jet, the game is pretty much gonna lag, and you are gonna escape and have a few feet to recover in. And so you really don't have to worry about that too much, but you have to know when to bail. Same as the same thing as a stealth jet. You have to know when to bail. I'm gonna kick on my afterburners here and get close to the ground. Watch this lag. I don't know if you can tell because my video is pretty crappy, but watch this lag. Close to the ground. Oh, as you can see, I died because I ran into the water at high speeds. But you pretty much have to bail at a certain. You have to know when to bail. A stealth jet is a bit harder to know when you have to bail, but it still helps. It does. The game pretty much helps. It lags for you, and it gives you some room to. Oh, two sideways, about to hit the ground, bail out, and you have enough time. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. Comment, like, subscribe, and we would greatly appreciate it. Drop us a like. Yeah, hit that subscribe button. Comment. We love comments. We want to know from your point of view how we are doing, and if you like our videos, and if we're missing something that you would like, if you want us to do a tutorial of your choice, just comment on what you would like us to do. We would be happy to cover that subject for you. So yeah, so Josh will be posting later. He has an Elgato, so he has gameplay that is pretty clear. I'm using my iPhone because my gameplay, my recording equipment broke before I could use it, so I was pretty mad about that. So right now I'm using my iPhone. I apologize for the game quality, but it's not that bad. You can still clearly see what I'm doing. So yeah, again, comment, like, subscribe. We greatly appreciate it. If you need us something to cover, any tutorials you need us to do, you know what to do. I'm NightGuard18, out.